Hi, Chef Lynn here, and the big craze nowadays is beer cheese with pretzels. On today's show, I'm going to show you how to make that beer cheese and then turn it into a soup that you can serve to your family and friends. Stay tuned. This is Eating Sharp. Welcome back. In an effort to save time, I've already measured out about 10 to 11 ounces of grated cheese. I have my beer open. I have sliced some green onions on the bias for a garnish. I have cut a 8-ounce package of cream cheese into thirds. I have already in my pan diced up bacon and cooked it till it was crisp and then drained all the grease out and the bacon. I have I have blanched a head of broccoli, so it's still got a little crunch, but it is cooked, and I cut them about this size. Now, the stems you can put in the fridge, or the freezer, and use that to help make broccoli soup, or you can do what I do. I just feed it to my girls, the dogs that is. And then I have about 2 medium-sized potatoes that I've washed. Now you can peel them or not peel them. This time I didn't peel them, and then I diced them up and I went ahead and cooked them, boiled them down, and I saved the water. This is what's going to thin out your cheese sauce when you make the soup. Now, if you rinse your potatoes after you after you cut them a couple of times in cold water, you'll stop the starch from bubbling up and over in your pan. Okay? So let me get the skillet back on, and we'll put the beer in. I'll heat it back up, and we're going to deglaze it, and I'll talk about that in just a second. Be right back. Welcome back. I have the pan hot, and you can see the burnt part. Well, it's not really burnt, but the sugars that have stuck to the pan from the bacon. And so deglazing is adding something cold to this, and it's going to lift that those sugars off the bottom of the pan and add flavor to your sauce. So I've got the beer here. Now you can use any type of light beer. I'm using a amber beer because I think the flavor is going to be a little bit better. So we'll just go ahead and add this right in. Like that. And we'll just stir this around. We want this to come to a slight boil before we add anything else. So we'll let this stir down a little bit. You don't have to stir it while at this stage, but you can see here that that sugar from the bacon is coming up off the bottom of the pan. Okay? So I have it set at about medium-high. We'll get that beer warm. Let's see if it's a slight boil yet. Nope, not quite. I'm going to bring it up to about 7, a little higher than medium-high. Okay? So now you can add your cream cheese. And I have 1 package, 8 ounces of cream cheese. I'm going to add this right to the beer. And I'm going to stir this around until it is all dissolved. And I have my whisk here because you'll need to whisk it to smooth it out. So while I do that, take a break and we'll be right back. Welcome back. As you can see, that's pretty smooth. The cream cheese has dissolved into that beer. Now what I like to do is turn off the stove and go ahead and add your 10, 11 ounces of grated cheddar cheese. Now you can use sharp cheddar cheese, mild cheddar cheese. It doesn't matter. You just want a nice cheddar cheese. And you can see that turning yellow or more orange. And I just stir this in with it turned off. Just like that. And there you have your beer cheese sauce. Now you don't have to do the bacon for this cheese sauce. You can just put the beer in the pan and bring it to a slight boil and add the cream cheese and dissolve that. But the bacon is going to give it some really nice flavor. And see how that just smoothed right down? That cheese just all entered in there, or excuse me, incorporated in. Let's get a spoon really fast. And see how that coats a spoon. You see how that coats that spoon? That is perfect. That is perfect cheese sauce. You can taste the beer. It's got a nice, rich, hoppy flavor. The cream cheese really gives it a deep, rich flavor. And then, of course, the cheddar cheese finishes it off in your mouth. Okay, so stay tuned, and I'll show you how to turn this cheese sauce into a soup. We'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. So you've got the cheese sauce at this stage. Now what you want to add is the bacon. Just toss that right in. The broccoli. If there's a little water with that broccoli, you can see there, it's okay. Just toss that in. And then, of course, your potatoes. And go ahead and toss those in. Just like that. If you're wondering what I got back here is I have some bread going because I want to make some garlic cheesy bread to go with this cheesy bacon potato soup. Now, as you can see, it's a little thick, not really soup consistency. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the potato water that we boiled the potatoes in and we saved back, and we'll add this a little bit at a time until we get it to the consistency we want. So we'll just add this in a little bit at a time. This recipe is the easiest. There's no roux. That's flour and butter. You don't have to cook it down. This recipe is so quick and easy. You'll be wanting to make this all the time during cold, rainy days or for potlucks. Okay, there we go. I think I've got that at a nice consistency for soup. So what I'm going to do now is turn this back on about medium-ish, and we'll bring this back to a boil. We want to make sure that everything is at the right temperature. So while that happens, you guys take another break, and we'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. The breadsticks are done. The beer, cheese, potato, bacon soup is ready to go. Let's have a taste. Now, I put a little green onions on top of here and some cheddar cheese just to give it that little extra special taste. Okay. That is delicious. The bacon, is still a little crispy. The potatoes are tender. You can taste the beer flavor in here. It's got a nice, rich flavor to it from the beer and the cream cheese. Let's try one of the breadsticks. Crispy on the outside, light and fluffy on the inside. That cheese is baked on the top. I also buttered it before I put the cheese and a little garlic, so I have that buttery garlic and cheese flavor coming through. This will be good to dunk and enjoy on those cold, rainy nights as we're trying to go into spring. So until next time, this is Lynn Sharp with Eating Sharp and Eat Well. Bye-bye.